In this episode, I want to talk about the 144,000, and if you belong to this group. A lot of people say that the 144,000 is the group of people that we need on our planet in order for the rest of the world to awaken. So in this episode, I want to break down in how you can become a light worker, maybe if you are one of those, and how you can easily understand to what point you are right now awakening people with just being you. If that's something that you'd like to learn more about, then stay around. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of On Purpose by Lynn. For those of you who are new here, welcome. My name is Lynn and I share with you everything you need to know about personal development and spirituality so that you can create your best life and so that you can rise to your fullest potential. If that's something that you're interested in, then make sure to subscribe. So before we dive in today's episode, I want to talk about the consciousness map of David Hawkins. If you know about vibration, you know that our bodies, they vibrate on a certain frequency. Everything within our universe, everything that you can see and not see in our universe, basically vibrates. It's energy, and energy has a frequency. Now we can measure our emotions, and that is what David Hawkins talked about in his book Power vs. Force. And what he talks about is the map of consciousness. And basically when we look at this map of consciousness, I will show it here in the video as well. What you can see is the levels of vibration that you are in. Shame being the lowest vibration that you can be in, and then enlightenment being the highest vibration that you can be in. And our emotions are basically a guide for us in knowing where we are on the consciousness scale, where we are on the consciousness map, and how we can navigate ourselves into higher vibrations. So for example, if you are feeling fear right now, if you want to raise your vibration, if you're in one of the lowest vibration, which is fear or shame even, then it is difficult for you to instantly move into a higher vibration. And that higher vibration, for example, is enlightenment. So it's difficult for you to make that instant jump from such a low vibration to a high vibration. So what this book says, and I know that Esther Hicks refers to this a lot, Abraham Hicks, she calls it the ladder of consciousness or something like that. I don't know the full title or name for her model, but it basically comes down to the same thing. What you need to do is focus on the next level of vibration that you can get in. So for example, if you are in a vibration of fear, anger is one vibration, or it's a step up in the map of consciousness. So it is easier for you to move from fear into anger, and from anger you can move your way up to a higher vibration, and that's how you raise your vibration step by step. And this will feel more natural, because when you feel angry you can start meditating, but when you start meditating it doesn't really help because you will feel anger, and when you're in a state of anger it is hard to quiet your mind. It is hard to sit down and get your way all the way to enlightenment. So this way you can bring yourself up in the scale of vibration, and you can easily move yourself upwards step by step. Now the reason why that I want to talk about the map of consciousness today is because David Hawkins said something that had to do with the 144,000. It had to do with being a light worker. And maybe if you are not one of the 144,000, then you are still a light worker. And what does this all mean? Well, I don't know about the 144,000 very in depth, but what I do know is that in a lot of religions they refer to the 144,000. I know in the Bible they refer to the 144,000 as the number of people that need to awaken in order for others to awaken on this planet. And I believe that there were 72,000 male, 72,000 female, and I'm not sure if this is really what is being meant with the 144,000, but I know that this is how it is being described. And what I also know from channelers is that they say that this particular group of people volunteered to go to planet Earth to be one of the leaders, essentially, in awakening the masses. So that is, I get shivers right now, so I feel that that is for me the measurement for knowing that something resonates with my soul. It's universal truth. So yeah, this is my explanation of the 144,000. But if you're not part of the 144,000, it can also mean that you're a light worker. And honestly, there's not really a differentiation. There's not a difference. I don't know what happens with my English sometimes, but there's not really a difference, meaning that if you're a light worker, it's equally as good as being one of the 144,000. There's no need for identification here, but it's just something that you can know in order to see if this is something that you resonate with, and if you feel the calling, if you feel the mission to help people to awaken, to help people to move into the new earth that we're moving into, the 3D to 5D shift that we're moving into right now. And so what David Hawkins said, back to the point that I was making, is that when you measure yourself on this map of consciousness, you can see the impact that you're making solely on the level of vibration that you're in right now. And I thought this is so interesting, and I'm going to read it to you. I haven't read his book, but I know that this is what he basically was saying in this book. So this is what he says. One individual who lives and vibrates to the energy of optimism and willingness to be non-judgmental of others will counterbalance the negativity of 90,000 individuals who calibrate at the lower weakening levels. And this is what he says next. One individual who lives and vibrates to the energy of pure love and reverence for all life will counterbalance the negativity of 750,000 individuals who calibrate at the lower weakening levels. And it goes on. One individual who lives and vibrates to the energy of illumination, bliss, and infinite peace will counterbalance the negativity of 10 million people who calibrate at lower weakening levels. And here we go into the last one. This is basically the highest you can get on the map of consciousness scale. One individual who lives and vibrates to the energy of grace, pure spirit beyond the body, in a world of complete oneness, will counterbalance the negativity of 70 million people who calibrate at the lower weakening levels. So I thought that this is super interesting, because in the 3D world, we would say that we need to start changing the external world outside of us. We would say that we would start changing our external world in order to start reflecting this new vibration, this new way of being that we're shifting into. But what he is saying is that all that we need to do is change our vibration, meaning that you work your way up into the consciousness scale, and that you can awaken tens of thousands, if not millions of people to wake up just by you calibrating at a different level. And I think that this is so interesting, because this is something that I also heard last week, is that for us it is so much easier to change our vibration than wanting to manipulate our external circumstances from changing. Because in the end, if you look at the basic laws of the universe, is the universe will always reflect back to us what we are vibrating at a basic level. So what you can say is that if you change your internal state, your reality will show that to you, will reflect that back to you. And what this means is that basically your work, if you are a light worker, if you are one of the 144,000, your work is your inner work. And that's why I created this channel, is to help you heal, is to help you transform, is to help you expand your mind and become more conscious, to have higher levels of consciousness, and so that we can all rise together and make the shift that we need to make in this world. And it all starts with ourselves, it all starts within. And if you can manage to change that inner world, if you can manage to release all of the lower frequencies from your cells, meaning that you can heal yourself, that you release traumas, that you change blockages and all these kind of things, then you can raise your vibration in order to help the world to awaken. And that is your real work. That is the real work that you should be doing. And once you vibrate at a higher level, instantly you will get more inspiration, more clarity on what kind of a world you want to create, and it will flow easily for you because your reality will only reflect back what you are in your basic core. Let me know if this resonates with you. Let me know if you feel called to help people. Let me know if you have been on this journey of healing and transforming and raising into higher levels of consciousness. I'm very curious to know. And thank you so much for liking, commenting, sharing this video with anyone who needs to hear right now. And for those of you who are new here and haven't already subscribed to my channel, remember to do so, as you will be the first to watch all of my videos every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, so that you can create your best life. Remember, we have such an exciting future to look forward to, even if it doesn't seem like it right now. Thank you so much for being here, and I'm looking forward to see you in the next video. Bye for now.